Welcome to the premiere of I Survived, the Bible edition. On each show, we'll meet someone from the Bible who survived against incredible odds. We're thrilled to have Moses as our first guest. Please give him a warm welcome.
Thank you.
Moses, welcome to I Survived, the Bible edition.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I was born to a Hebrew woman. According to the law, she should have killed me at birth.
No!
Yes, but God had great plans for me. He ensured that I would survive to fulfill his purpose. I was adopted by Pharaoh's daughter and lived for many years as the prince of Egypt. And, shall we say, an incident with an Egyptian slave owner occurred. I fled to the wilderness. Later, God spoke to me in a burning bush.
A burning bush?
Yes, he told me I was going to free the Hebrews from their slavery in Egypt.
Wow, that's a big job. I bet you were really excited about it.
Not at first, but when God told me my brother Aaron would be helping out, I eventually came around.
So what did you have to do?
Well, I told Pharaoh that he had to let God's people go.
Did he listen to you?
No, not for a long time. And there were terrible consequences.
I believe we have footage of these events you're referring to. Let's roll the film.
Yep.
Ow! That's disgusting! It tastes just like blood! Who would serve me blood? Servants! What's this? A frog! Oh, a frog! Oh, how cute! Oh, maybe I'll name him. Maybe he'll be my pet. Or maybe we'll have frog legs. Are we having frog legs tonight? Servants!
Well, we told him to let our people go. Well, we kept our end of the bargain, but Pharaoh didn't change his mind.
Okay. Make these shredded gnats and flies go away. Maybe then I'll let your people go and sacrifice to their god. Whatever.
Pharaoh, I have terrible news.
Now what?
The livestock, it's all gone.
They're all dead?
They're all dead, all of them. No more meat.
No worries. It's not like that's the worst thing. We'll just become vegetarians, Moses. But do they really think this will work?
What's it gonna take to convince this guy we're serious?
Are you kidding? Hail! Such huge ow! Okay, you people can go!
Do you really think he meant that?
Pharaoh, I have bad news.
What again? I'm starting to get steamed over all this. What now?
The locusts, they've destroyed all the crops. At least all the crops that were left after the hailstorm.
All of it's gone?
It's all gone.
Well, so much for my vegetarian plan. Wait. Okay. Tell them if they get rid of the locust, I'll let them go.
Really?
I'm getting really tired of this guy changing his mind all the time.
Do my bidding. I wonder what Moses will try today. I mean, hey, where'd the lights go? Did we forget to pay the oil bill again? Servants! Torches! Servants? Hello?
That Pharaoh shouldn't have been so hard-hearted. That's the last he's gonna see out of me. Yeah. Ooh, some good rays right there.
My son!
How awful. Did Pharaoh's son really die?
Yes, he did. All of the firstborn sons in Egypt died the night of Passover.
But you survived.
Yes, I did.
But what about the blood and the frogs and the insects and the hail and the darkness? How did you survive all of that?
Well, I didn't do anything. It was all God. I survived despite the law saying that I should be killed at birth. I survived even after I killed an Egyptian for beating a Hebrew slave. And I survived all the awful things that happened to Pharaoh and his people. Everything that happened was part of God's plan to show his power to Pharaoh, the Egyptians, and even the Hebrews too. While Pharaoh was struck by plague after plague, God kept his people safe. He set them apart. And even now, after all these years, the story of the Israelites' rescue from slavery reminds us that God always cares for his people. Then he rescued them from their bondage in Egypt. Now he rescues us from the slavery of our sin. We're free, we survive, all because God chose us to be his people.
So, what happened after the people escaped from Egypt?
Well, lots of things, but ultimately God led them to the promised land, although most of them didn't actually see the promised land.
Well, that's sad.
Yes, but God made an even better promise to them and to us too. He promised that we'll live forever in heaven there with him. We'll live eternally in the awesome presence of God.
That's pretty amazing.
Yes, indeed it is.
Well, our time here is just about up. Moses, thank you for joining us. It's been very enlightening listening to your story. You certainly survived some terrible things.
All because of God's plan.
And thank you for joining us today. Be sure to tune in for the next episode of I Survived the Bible Edition, where we'll meet Joseph and hear about his amazing story of survival.